So today's right, I just want to give an introduction regarding the Spark, and in the next section also onwards, we'll deep dive. Okay. Okay then. I think we're good to go. Let me share my screen. Today, right, whatever the topic that we're going to discuss, I just already written here, like what is Spark and why we use Spark, like Spark features and Spark components, and what are the prerequisites to learn Spark. Okay, and I think it will take time to discuss in detail each and every component whatever mentioned here, and if time permits we'll try to cover other topics as well. Spark getting popular from 2010 onwards, or especially in 2012 onwards we can say, and it came and replaced MapReduce in Hadoop. Okay, it's not a replacement of Hadoop. You try to please note it. If somebody is saying that, that is not right. It is a replacement of MapReduce. Okay, MapReduce, you know, right, is a part of Hadoop ecosystem where it is a computing engine. Okay, the same way, Spark is also a computing engine where we process a huge amount of data, and it can support batch-oriented and stream-oriented projects. Okay, so we will see what exactly is the definition of the Spark. Okay, so when you search in Google, it will redirect to the Spark website or Databricks website where you see single line a definition that may not be that much clear, but we can discuss in a layman terms so that everybody can understand. Okay, and whatever the terminology, whatever the discussion that we are doing here, you can easily explain in interviews also. Okay, it is quite acceptable. Spark is a in-memory distributed data processing framework, whatever framework or engine. Okay, you can say this. It's a very simple definition. Sorry. So I think by seeing this single line definition, you are very much clear what exactly the Spark. So whatever is there so far in our MapReduce, it used to it will take a leverage of disk and process the data. Hence, IO operations in a disk always will take a longer time. That means time consuming and very high latency. Okay, so it won't get much difference when you process small amount of data in MBs, but yeah, definitely you can see a huge difference between Spark versus MapReduce when you process a huge amount of data like terabytes and petabytes. Okay, so why it is faster? There are so many reasons. We'll definitely cover one by one in our upcoming sessions. But as of now, just blindly, remember, since it processes the data in memory, that is the reason it is faster. Okay, and there are many other factors which supports faster. Why Spark is faster? We'll discuss that while we cover the respective topics in a Spark. Okay. Meanwhile, you please be patient and try to see the single line definition. Okay. And hope you know the definition now, and we'll go for Spark features. The question is why we should use Spark. Okay. So if we get such type of question from others, then we should be able to answer, answer such a way that we should explain the features of Spark. Okay, here I will try to I will write something few features, but those are not limited. Okay, and wherever you find an extra point, then we will try to bring here and put it in Spark features. Okay, and you can also tell me if I'm missing something, and definitely we'll also try to add that point into this component or this topic. Okay. The first feature is in memory. You can say computation is the first and very important feature, and it's a fault tolerance, and we have a lazy evaluation in Spark. Okay, evaluation and Spark. We'll discuss. Okay, don't be hurry. See, as I told you, this is not a training sessions. Okay, definitely we will learn one by one, very thoroughly. Okay, and my intention is two things. One is not only for interview purpose, okay, but also you get a clarity, or you yourself supposed to execute a project in Spark. That kind of experience you should get it. Okay, interview is an extra. Okay, secondary. I can say second priority. Okay, because once you get a thorough knowledge, I mean to say theoretical plus practical, that it is easy in interview. You can easily clear Spark related question and answers. Okay, so please concentrate on topics first and try to gain experience or knowledge in Spark. Then we'll discuss once we complete all the important topics in Spark. We'll try to cover up a few more important interview question and answers which are presently in trend. Okay, we'll cover those topics also. Meanwhile, please be patient. Okay, right. And another important feature is we can say it's on open source. Okay, open source, it's a free, we can say. And if it is a free, then definitely cost effective. Why we are saying cost effective is memory is a little higher cost than the disk, right? Why it is so popular? Because of it uh, supports multiple languages, right? Languages as of now: Python, Scala, Java, and R. These are the four languages that Spark supports, and because these are the very, I mean, frequently we are using in data processing, that in big data domain, right? So next is it can process batch oriented. It can do batch data processing or near real time data streaming. Okay, it will do near real time data streaming. And another important feature is reusability. Okay, reusability, reusability, and you can say it is scalable in JVM. Okay, scalability, scalability on JVM. We'll see this in architecture part. Okay, no need to worry. And it has a very rich built-in library support. Okay, library support, and what else? Yeah, you can say since we are using Scala or Python, it is very, you can say, as compared to Java, almost 20 to 25 lines of code. Okay, we can replace with single line code in Python or Scala. Okay, it is that much compact. Okay, and we can say, and this is very important, it is almost 100 times faster than Hadoop MapReduce MR or other traditional systems. Okay, and also it is minimum or approximately 10 times faster in, you can say, 100 times faster than Hadoop in memory, right? Faster in memory. Okay, in disk, 10 times faster in disk. Okay, why? Because you may have one question, right? 100 times faster in memory, that is still acceptable, but how come even it is almost 10 times faster in disk, how come it is different? Okay, because other systems are also using disk. But here Spark is also using disk. How come it is different? Okay, that we will see upcoming sessions. How come it is faster even in disk also? Okay, Spark can integrate with Hadoop ecosystem and ETL tools like Talent, or I'm not sure Informatica, but you can just try to get a clarity Informatica and yeah, etc. We can integrate with these tools, and also cloud. We can integrate with the cloud in a sense, AWS, Azure, and GCP. Okay. Also, we can integrate with CFS, Cassandra file system. Okay, Cassandra file systems. Okay, so I mean, no SQL databases, I can say. We can integrate with the SQL databases, no SQL databases, cloud and ETL tools, and also big data tools like Hadoop. Okay, so that is the reason Spark is very popular and very efficient, and many people are consider Spark as a major tool, okay, in their applications. Okay, so these are the very important Spark features. If you feel missing anything, we can always add those also. Okay, this is, I can say, this is high level. Okay, today we are discussing introduction with a high level. Okay, so guys, is it clear so far? Anyone?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, yes, very sure.
All right. Okay, I'm going little slow because don't worry, we'll try to cover without wasting our time. Okay. And the next topic is Spark components. This is again very important. Let me open, Paint so that we can understand better. Okay. So Spark components, right? Many of you already knows, but still let me explain. Okay. Spark components. So just imagine this is a Spark engine. Okay. Spark engine. Oh, this color. Try to change it. Spark engine. Okay, this is a base. You can say this is a base, and on top of it, right? We will use languages. It supports languages Scala and Python, Java, and R. Okay, so it supports 4 languages as of now, and we'll see the main components of Spark now. Okay, main components of Spark is we'll divide these into 4 parts. Okay, and this is Spark SQL, Spark SQL, and this is Spark Streaming. And it also supports mlib, and graphics. Okay. Anyway, so these are the major components of Spark with Spark engine. Okay, Spark engine is nothing but a Spark code, we can say. Okay, and what are others that we can able to add here? Okay, so we can add very important is cluster manager, right? So let me bring cluster manager here. So what are the cluster managers does Spark supports? Okay, Spark supports very important. Yarn, yarn. We can say Mesos, Mesos, and Kubernetes. Kubernetes. These are the cluster managers. Of course, Spark can also work as a standalone, but standalone, I'm not considering as a cluster manager. Okay, and what is important? I think storage, right? Okay, we'll go for storage. Storage, as I told you, we have a mini. Okay, the major is HDFS, HDFS. Next, I can say S3, Amazon S3, and Azure Blob storage. I can say uh, GCS, Google Storage, and as I told you, for NoSQL database, CFS is a Cassandra file system, etc. Okay, so almost it supports many, right? So this is the storage related, right? Also, Spark supports three APIs. Okay, right? Major three APIs are RDDs, three APIs. Let's say APIs are RDD, data frame, and dataset. Okay, three APIs, four languages, and again it's a Spark engine. You can say computing engine, and this is a cluster manager. Types of cluster manager, you can say cluster managers, and finally storage. Okay, storages. So these are very important when you are learning or when you are explaining to somebody to understand Spark. These are the minimum knowledge that we should gain. Okay, so guys, is it clear so far? Especially on the Spark components and how the Spark depends on other areas. Is it clear?
Yes.
Good. So you can, if you have any questions, you please ask me. If not, please wait some time. I will give you in the last minimum 5 minutes time to discuss, Spark related topics. Okay, we covered these also, completed. Okay, and next, what are the prerequisites to learn Spark? Prerequisites, any programming language, you can say any programming language. In this case, right, we already discussed, okay, Python, my personal preference, okay. Don't think that Python is a very much popular than other tools. No, it depends on the business to business, okay. Many companies are using Scala with Spark, and some companies are also using Python or Java or R also based on their requirement, okay. I can say almost 40% of people are, as per my knowledge, 30 to 40% people are using Scala with Spark, and again 30 to 40 or 50% are using Python, and the rest all using Java and R based on their requirement. Okay, we cannot judge exactly. Okay, so Scala, Java, or R, any one, or if you know both, then that is good. Okay, this is the first thing, and I can say knowledge on distributed file systems. Okay, so what is that? Again, we already just not discussed, right? In Hadoop, having Hadoop knowledge is, I can say, mandatory. Though people will say it's not mandatory, but I can say Hadoop is a mandatory. In Hadoop, Yarn, HDFS, and if you also have S3 knowledge, it is good. And Azure, as I told you, GCS, CFS, something like that. I'm just talking about the storage. Anyway, if you know Hadoop, then it's fine. Okay, and we generally use DSL. Okay, DSL is a domain specific language. Okay, if you see, this will come, don't worry where we can learn the DSL. Okay, when we practice it, we definitely come to know what is domain specific language, and if not, parallelly we should know SQL. Another one is to execute queries, or we generally use basic shell script. Okay, shell scripts, the commands or small scripts. Okay, so if we'll try to discuss these topics when we get a time to explain a project or demo project. Okay, in our upcoming sessions. Okay, I can say these are minimum prerequisites you want to understand better PySpark. Okay, so guys, any questions so far? We have almost 8 minutes left. So I just want to take subject related questions for a few minutes, and for a few minutes I can take any questions. So I think this is the plan that for today, and very important concepts coming up from next session onwards, that is Spark architecture. And the Spark architecture, we are going to discuss what is uh, Spark application, what will happen when we submit any Spark application, and also we'll discuss some terminology. Okay, what is Spark job? What is you can say stages? I mean definitions. Okay, what exactly it is? We'll discuss again in a deeper manner when we discuss particular topic. Okay, and what are the tasks, and what are the executors, we can say executors, and what is the container, and what is the driver, okay, and very important, Spark session, DAG. Okay, also cover some JVM related stuff, also discuss what is worker node, so discuss Yarn, in that Yarn resource manager, application master, and job scheduler. Okay, and we'll also try to discuss on heap memory. Okay, and off heap memory. Yeah, I think I may miss something, but still we'll try to recover if we miss anything. I will see how much we can do in the next session, but these are very important. You might already know, these questions, many questions will come from these topics in the interviews, right? And yeah, guys, is it clear, guys? So far, we have 5 minutes left. It is open for questions. if you have any.
Hello.
Yes, please tell me your name and please I
Yeah,
try to ask.
sure. Okay, this Rajesh Madesai. Actually, today only I joined this group. Okay, this is my first session.
Okay, welcome to Clever
Uh,
Studies.
Thank you. Thank you. I was just on so your playlist in the YouTube, and which is very useful for me too. I feel like that. So I've joined this group, and today there is no, I got a chance to attend this live session. This may be the question may be related to the today's session as well as the extension question of which you have already discussed. Maybe okay. These are the question which is in my mind. So I just want to ask who's really have a knowledge on that one real time. Okay, so I'm just looking for the person like that. Okay, really I'm happy that now I feel like that now. Okay,
Okay,
so
good.
the first question is okay, from Hadoop system to Spark. Okay, the existing from the Hadoop to Spark, there is a various technologies which we have covered, and I also while learning that now I have come to know the subject or tools knowledge on the different tools. Okay, so the first question is that a person who entering as a big data developer should have to work on every technology on a day-to-day basis, or it's just like to clear the interview only we have to know get the understanding of the each and every technology, or in order to know for fulfill the requirements just for an understanding purpose only we need to know all the technology, or like something like if you got a job means we are going to work on any specific tool only as in a model like
Understood.
that.
Understood your concern. So for this,
Okay.
right, I have already answered, and we have a separate video. Okay, what are
Okay.
the minimum
Okay.
tools that we require to work a real-time data engineer or to attend any
Okay.
interview? Okay, we have a
Okay.
specific
Okay.
video. If you have a time,
Okay.
please go through our latest
Sure.
playlist.
Definitely. Actually,
Okay, it
yesterday
will
only I
answer
found
your
this
questions.
channel. Okay. 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 Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Oh, fine. I'll do that one.
Okay, guys, please don't write anything on screen. We have 2 minutes left. If you have any question, I will try to take one more.
Yeah. So I'm sure, Balaji.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like what's the difference between like Spark Core and Spark SQL? Because Spark Core is kind of a module or what actually? I don't like. What's the difference
See,
between Spark? Yeah.
Spark Core is a we can say it's a engine, okay, where we have to work on engine. We have to work like Spark SQL related stuff. We can utilize I can say streaming purpose and data science related stuff we can do on top of this Spark engine. We can just Spark Core. Okay, where Spark Core coming to the picture is these are the topics that some of the features that we have been discussing about Spark, right? Those are comes under a Spark Core. Okay, Spark Core is represents the core concepts of its Spark. Okay, and you come to know when you get a clarity and in a real time. Okay, I think definitely if you continue the sessions, you will have a good answers and a practical knowledge regarding Spark Core versus Spark SQL. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Spark SQL is nothing but it's kind of module, right? We can do some data.
Yes. It's kind of library or module, like how Python is having different libraries. Okay, Python is a language,
Yeah.
but we on top of it we have so many libraries, right? That is
Yeah.
a
Yeah. Got
specific
it.
to
Got it.
some domain, similar to
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
also. Okay, yeah.
Sure. Sure. Got it. Thank you. Thank you for the clarity. Yeah.
Okay.
Rajesh again, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rajesh, I think we have only
So,
30 seconds left. You can please tell me.
okay, it's a short question. Okay. Okay. So the why it's Hive itself. Okay, we can do everything SQL related stuff. Okay, then why the SQL is existing in Spark?
Actually, question is
Simple.
small, but answer is a big. Definitely
Okay.
remind me in the next session. I will definitely answer this.
Okay. Sure. Sure. Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
guys,
Thank
if
you.
you have
Yeah.
any other questions, please try to give your comments on the YouTube video. Okay, so that I will try to answer it if not possible in the session. Okay. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.
You too have a